Well. Good evening and welcome to this wrestling podcast between me, Jack Donnelly, aka Pete the Metalhead, and of course, my lovely co-host.
Me, Raven. Welcome.
Yeah, and well, I'm quite new to podcasts, so this is a first for me. Was going to be going about the subject that we both love, wrestling and whatnot, like I said, and we're going over the past week of events, particularly Wrestlemania, the Raw after Mania, and start off with the most recent Smackdown. Do you want to take it away with that one, Raven?
Yeah, I can do. Many people don't give a fuck about Smackdown, but I do. We the people, So we're going to be covering, like I said, Wrestlemania 30, Raw, which was from the 7th, and Smackdown from the 11th. We're going to get that out of the way first, because obviously, Smackdown's just uninteresting to talk about, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, exactly. So SmackDown obviously kicks off with Big Show and Cesaro, which is obviously sort of a match set up because obviously Cesaro eliminated Big Show from the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. It wasn't a bad match. It was an okay one. I have to
agree with you on that. I mean, it did do some follow-up storytelling, with the break of the Real Americans, with Swagger getting involved and whatnot.
Yeah, because obviously what happened on Raw, which we're going to go into in a minute, obviously. We had Paul Heyman on commentary, obviously, which again, he was just breaking down Michael Cole, which is awesome to see. Blah, 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 let me just read this. The big screen over here. So the match obviously ends, with a DQ. Swagger comes out. Basically, Big Show went for the Swagger went for the swing. Swagger comes out, hits an ankle lock on Cesaro, and then basically that's it. They walk away from that, which is a shame, really.
Cesaro does the Equalizer. I'm still learning all his moves, you see. So he follows up the Equalizer. I was really hoping he'd go back in and do the big swing, really, but
Neutralizer, neutralizer. Yeah, it's neutralizer, not equalizer, but yeah.
My apologies, like I said. All I know is Cesaro, a big swing, and he likes uppercuts.
That's true. It's going to be hard, I just realised it's going to be hard to talk about this since what happened on Raw before, and SmackDown's just basically Raw recaps. I've just actually noticed that, but fuck it, we'll go on anyway. So, the next thing we see is John Cena comes out, cuts a promo about WrestleMania, blah, 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 but about beating Bray Wyatt, basically about Raw. Wyatt's come out again, they cut a promo saying, that he was lucky at WrestleMania, and that they will get him back in time. There was probably more dialogue, but I can't really remember it. So, do you remember that?
Oh yeah, it was actually one of the better moments of SmackDown, just because every time Bray Wyatt does a promo, I basically jizz my pants. It's just everything he says is just gold. I mean, even though some of it can be nonsensical gibberish, depending how you view the character.
Well, yeah, it depends who's, he does his cult leader, done anything, and it depends if, you've got to look at it, but you don't look at it like you look at it in a sort of... So, yeah, he does amazing promos. Apparently he does them himself, apparently he writes his own stuff and everything.
It makes sense, because it'd be weird to find, the WWE creative team have actually started getting good writers in all of a sudden after the last couple of years.
Hard for that, man. The way WWE's been for a while, the creative staff has definitely kicked up. There's a bit of an echo there, I think, but still.
Fair enough. I have only been watching again since August of last year, so this is probably a fair bit of stuff I've missed out on.
Maybe. With wrestling it kind of varies. Anyway, let's move on. So we moved on from that. We see second match was Los Matadors versus Wrassle. Now this actually wasn't a bad match. And it was weird because Wrassle actually got the win in this one, which is obviously been losing for bloody months now. And again, a typical match, high-flying moves by the Matadors. Ryback again gets in, some good stuff with Curtis Axel, and Curtis Axel finishes one of them off with the face cutter thing, when he slams his face in the floor, the neck turn, I don't know what his finish is called, but yeah, finishes him off with that. So yeah, it was shocking to actually see them win. So yeah. Move on, there was a promo, said that Hulk Hogan will be on SmackDown tonight. No one cares, well, especially not me, really, anyway.
In fact, that's the only reason I watched SmackDown, because it was, I saw a picture of Hulk Hogan and Daniel Bryan in the ring, hulking up and shit, so that's literally the only reason I was watching it this week.
I will admit that was a good moment. So we move on to RVD. He obviously returned on Raw versus Mr. Sandow. I'm fucking pissed about this because Sandow basically now 2014 on April has basically become a jobber now. He's basically jobbed pretty much for nearly a month straight now, so it's kind of annoying. So we had a jobber match between these two. RVD does the typical shit. He does the leg drop of the barrier, the spin round stuff, and then yeah, pretty much. He just did normal shit. Sandow fighted back. It was a solid, okay match. Obviously, RVD gets the win, and my office chair just locked, and that's annoying. So we get a Extreme Rules promo airs. It was, from what I remember, it was probably the most awful promo there ever has been for a history of pay-per-views. I'm pretty sure it starred Daniel Bryan. It was only like I think a 10-second long promo for it, and then it obviously...
No, I wouldn't say it's that bad. It was nowhere near as bad as the one for the the Hell in a Cell last year, with K-Quick, R-Truth.
That was not bad, actually. Him talking, demonic about it. I thought that was quite offensive.
Yeah, I know. I just thought, he's doing the big promos for it, and he wasn't even on the bloody pay-per-view, was he?
God, yeah. So it's like, R-Truth's getting a chance. Wait, no, he's not. Never mind. So, yeah. So that is...
at least D'Brien's going to be in Extreme Rules, hopefully, if he's still on his bloody honeymoon.
Yeah, well, he'll be there. So, anyway, I'd been drinking that day anyway, so I didn't really remember much of the promo, but still. So, yeah, so that airs, which obviously indicates everyone in the UK knows that Extreme Rules will be Sky Box Office, which is not really okay to me. I prefer when the Sky Sports, but anyway, yep. So next, we see Hulk Hogan comes out, cuts a promo. He talks about, obviously, the mess up that he did at WrestleMania. Calls it the Silver Dome, not the Superdome or whatever. Yeah. So, comes out saying he's going to have to be back. One of the wrestlers that he's idol since then, obviously, D'Brien, and he's happy for him. D'Brien comes out. Everyone basically just goes crazy, from Raw. Yes, he's everywhere. Daniel Bryan just says more dialogue, and then basically the end with, then basically doing Hogan's taunting and stuff, which is actually not bad. Yeah. So, you got anything to say on that? Because I don't really give a too fuss about Hogan, to be honest.
Well, no, I mean, I don't give a toss about him now, but when he did his original return in 2002, I marked out so bloody hard. Because he came back, did the WrestleMania 18 match, and that was awesome, and then he actually won the title the month after, which was the biggest fucking shock to me ever. I mean, if this was back then, and Daniel Bryan was doing that shit with him then, I'd be just squirting hot, wrestling love all over the place. But now it's just it's a nice little moment, but it's just Hogan now. He's been in TNA for the last few years, and now he's just trying to come back to get a residual check, basically.
Pretty much botched already, every time he comes. He's just the worst person to give promos at all. Whoever writes his stuff, he needs to memorise it more, or do what The Rock did. Get it down on your wrist, to remember it. It's just well, we'll tell you something, brother. We're gonna have it at WrestleMania, brother. I'm gonna brother, and then that's just basically it. And he's only given a minimum of 15 words, and he still fucks it up. Probably gonna get hate for this. Slagging off Hulk Hogan. But if you people watching this can tell me a legit reason why it's good that Hulk Hogan's back, then please find me one. My butthurt detector might not go off. So anyway,
I can give you a legitimate reason now. Nostalgia dollars.
Yeah.
Or in that case, pounds. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So there you go. No reasons. We've got one. So anyway, moving straight on, we actually see Kofi Kingston versus Bad News Barrett. Again, we saw him actually have a match on Smackdown, Raw. This match was actually quite good. Barrett gets on the mic before he goes to his fellas. I've got some bad news for you, but Kofi obviously cuts him off. The match was short, but it wasn't actually too bad. A lot of good back and forth, solid sort of stuff. But pretty much Kofi went for Lost in Paradise, spun him around, boom, took the elbow straight to the face. So Barrett obviously gets the win. But still, I think if they was to have a longer match, I think it could have been better. I don't know, do you remember seeing that one?
It wasn't too bad, I guess, but I think they're just trying to ease Barrett back in because he's been off for so bloody long.
Exactly, just trying to do what anybody, just kind of jobber him back in, or kind of just slowly. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad he's doing matches now. I'm sure the crowd is very happy about this. Okay, so we move on to Santina versus Fandango for the 7 millionth time, and this time we see Fandango comes out with Layla and not Summer Rae. They had a breakup on Twitter apparently this week on Raw. I don't know what happened here. Maybe it's part of the network or the backstage news. I missed why Fandango got rid of Summer Rae. Are they pushing Summer Rae forward? Why is Layla with Fandango? I don't know. Do you know why? I have no idea.
But to me, it feels kayfabe. It doesn't feel like there's the genuine fucking.
Obviously there's no general breakup. I'm just wondering why WWE dancer.
God only knows. Well, maybe they just wanted to mix it up a bit or maybe Fandango probably has a bit of pull and he's just kind of got fed up with Summer Rae and decided to get somebody else.
Yeah,
it might have something to do with Total Divas. I don't know because I watched about 2 minutes of that show. And had to turn it off before I vomited blood.
2 minutes, mate. I didn't even get through a minute yet. The wife forced me to watch that. She says, "No, this is good programming." I'm like, "Bitch, leave. Trust me, get out of the room." No, it's not good programming, It really isn't. Sorry for all your Total Diva fans out there. But true, actually, Summer Rae is now on Total Divas, and they've started filming season 2, so that might be a good reason why they've changed her, to give her more time for Total Diva. You are right. She probably just sussed the thing out there. So thank you for that. Yes. So we see Santina versus Fandango for the 100th time. Basically it's a short jobber match which no one cares about. Santino again does a hip toss, goes for the Cobra straight away. Leia distracted him or something, and then Fandango gets the roll up for the win. So, there we go. Promo showed about Paige winning the Divas title on Raw. We're going to talk about that later. Adam Rose promo shows. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Adam Rose. Do you know who Adam Rose is? Do you know who he was in NXT?
Well, all I know is it was in NXT. I've not watched much NXT. I've seen like a couple of bits here and there. I mean, I'm still just trying to get back into the main product, which I'd say I'm fairly back into now. So, yeah. I've got the network as well, so I really should check out NXT. You know, but it's this Adam Rose guy. I don't know. I think he might be a good comedy face, but I'm not sure.
If I'm going to be honest, a guy I think was called Leo Kruger in NXT. Yeah. It wasn't too bad. He's had some other gimmicks, but they moved it forward. He's not a bad wrestler, from what I can remember. If I remember Leo Kruger was, he's not a bad wrestler. His voice irritates the shit out of me though. Sometimes when he talks, this is my girlfriend, this is my ex-girlfriend, and I'm just thinking, I just want to punch you in the face. Seriously, I mean, I'm sure it'll be okay. I can't see him going far in WWE. He'll probably come out, have some big, fancy, I don't know, lights. I mean, look at Kazane when he came in. He was supposed to be some good thing, but then he ended up having one match and then got let go. I can feel the same with Adam Rose, but it's good to finally see they're taking NXT. They've taken 3 NXT people within this week alone and pushed them forward onto the main roster. And we'll get into Bo Dallas as well in a little bit. So, anyway, you got any more to say there, sorry, before I go on?
No, like you said, we'll go into the Bo Dallas conversation later. I have no idea who this guy is. All I know is all the bloody internet memes. I believe and all this.
Yeah.
And all the believers. Yeah, I know he was the headliner, one of the headliners of the first NXT pay-per-view, Arrival or something like that. It wasn't a lot of matches.
I've not actually seen that yet. Actually, have you seen?
I've seen the Cesaro Sami Zayn match, which is fucking awesome.
Best matches. Yeah, they need to put Sami Zayn forward. Anyway, Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt are actually brothers in real life. They're called Roti. Yeah, I know, shock, but yeah, apparently brothers in real life, so yeah. We'll get into Bo Dallas, and a lot of people don't like the fucker, so anyway, to end SmackDown, we had the main event, which is the Usos and Daniel Bryan versus Kane, Orton and Batista. Probably the most bit where you want to take off your pants and throw it around the room ever since WrestleMania where Daniel Bryan won the title. It'll probably be this main event. It wasn't a bad match. Yeah. It was a typical 6-man tag with back and forth stuff from the Usos, back and forth stuff with Orton and Kane and stuff like that. It ended obviously, I think, with the Usos being basically fucked out of it, the situation, by Orton and Batista. The Shield come down basically to rescue Daniel Bryan. They all stand tall in the ring, and that's SmackDown. Right, let's move on to the next one. So that was SmackDown. Overall, probably given about a 5 out of 10 probably for that, because SmackDown sometimes has its moments and sometimes doesn't. So, do you want to do WrestleMania now, or do you want to do Raw?
We'll do. Well, from now on, we'll go sequentially. So we'll definitely do WrestleMania, and then we'll go on to the Raw after Mania, because I think those are the 2 big ones we got to handle in this podcast, as it were. That's
what she said. Right. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Literally, the SmackDown week before WrestleMania, I only wrote literally 2 paragraphs for that. Anyway, right. So, my God. Right. Hang on. Just trying to find my thingy. Shit, I can't find my notes on that.
No. It's not to worry, sir. I'll cover for you while you do it. It was me, all along, Austin. Other wrestling references.
Right. Okay, so now we're going to start WrestleMania 30. Right, so, a lot of people saying it was a fantastic WrestleMania, a lot of people saying it was okay WrestleMania. I thought it was fucking good. There was one disappointment, but I thought it was really good. What do you think?
Me, personally? Well, listen, when I started watching again last year, I've not liked many of the pay-per-views just because I've still been trying to get used to the whole new product, because, I grew up with the Attitude Era, and I'm like, I want the adult stuff, and now it's all PG, fuck this.
But the chairs and the Austin flipping the birds,
It's took me time, but I finally got into the product properly, and this WrestleMania, I fucking loved it as much as, WrestleMania 17 when I watched that as a kid. It was just... Maybe because I was drinking, so maybe I reduced my mental state to a child again. But
maybe the fucking booze just seeped up and go, my God, this is fucking good.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was. I'm gonna say it's probably one of the good WrestleManias for a while, and what I mean by that pretty much was every match on the card was good. Other than I was a little bit disappointed with the Undertaker match. It wasn't really that good. It looked like basically Taker was crippled for most of it. And the John Cena match and Bray Wyatt was a good one. I would give it easy a 6 out of 10, but at the end of the night, I honestly expected Bray to go over, but he didn't. So, anyway, so we start out with WrestleMania. We had the pre-show, which was the tag team match. I actually didn't watch. I actually forgot. I'd had a drink, and I actually forgot about that as well. So
I had checked it out on the network, because we're still having some streaming problems, but luckily when the event started, we were fine. But the match, it was an okay four-corner tag match, you know. It's nothing spectacular. The Usos obviously do some high-flying manoeuvres, you know, like everyone sets up, they jump out and whatnot. And then, basically, I can't remember, I don't think it was an elimination match, I think it was just one pinfall, so yeah, the Usos win it. And, that was about it, unfortunately. So, I mean, we still had to wait about another 20 minutes of Josh Matthews and the other people just saying random nonsense.
Yeah. So, did we have anyone? Usually, when they start WrestleMania, they have someone come out and sing "America the Beautiful." I don't think that happened this year.
No, it didn't, did it? I'm pretty sure it didn't. Yeah, that's quite
right. Pissed, but you know. So we start out with Daniel Bryan and Triple H, which was actually kind of annoyed me at first, but
really,
well, yeah, because I mean, this match was actually in my opinion, was one of my most look forward to matches, and it was probably going to be one of the best matches on the card. So the fact that they opened with this match when they could have opened with the Battle Royal was a little bit.
Oh, right, I see what you mean. I thought you meant like you were pissed off with the match itself. Oh,
no. I was happy with the match. I loved the match.
Right,
It's good. No, I was happy that it was. I wasn't a little bit unhappy that it was the starter. So we get in the match. So we see obviously the winner goes to the main event. So Triple H comes out in this, what looks to be Shao Kahn kind of attire that he's got on this golden thing with these women and a massive chair. Never disappoints us. He comes out with that. I think he had music playing before the game's music hit play. So Daniel Bryan again comes out. So the match itself was fucking fantastic, and I loved this match. It was non-stop. Solid work from both of them. You know, I was sitting there with the wife saying, right, to make this match over, we need a finisher kick out. What does he do? You know, we had like the running knee, he kicks out, Bryan kicks out the pedigree and that, and you just think, right, you're on edge, you know, I'm basically jizzing in front of the TV right now, you know, because I'm just like, wow, we've just had what could be the best match of the night, and it was absolutely fantastic. To be honest, I didn't see Daniel Bryan even winning it. I didn't see Daniel Bryan even winning the titles, to be honest. So the fact that he didn't
get see that one coming. I mean, as unlikely as it would have been in kayfabe, but it was obviously what was going to happen. I mean, it was predictable, but
I suppose it did to its degree have a bit of predictability in it. I mean, it was kind of everyone probably thought Daniel Bryan was going to go through there. Regardless, the match was awesome. A 9 out of 10 star match. So yeah, you would agree it was a good one? I thought it was a good one.
Definitely. I mean, it was just it was a shaky start to the event, mainly because of, as we mentioned earlier, Hulk Hogan, but that entrance...
Oh shit. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, it opens with Hulk Hogan, Austin, The Rock, and he bots up his line.
I was going to round about back to after the Triple H Daniel Bryan discussion, because...
sorry, I forgot about that.
It's only our first podcast, we're bound to be mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
So there we go, as we were saying about Triple H's entrance, I mean, my God, that was just like... Well, you know, all the internet jokes are like Triple H trying to bury all the other wrestlers. That entrance pretty much she buried every wrestler who's ever wrestled at WrestleMania ever.
Yeah, exactly. Always been like best entrance.
Yeah, the insane choir music, the Emperor fucking throne, and just like, the perfect music coming off when he takes his crown off it. And then he starts his normal entrance. It's like, oh, fucking hell. I need a minute to recover from that.
Exactly, yeah, it was just brilliant. It's always gonna be brilliant, isn't it? So it's gonna be awesome. So so moving on, we forgot about. So yeah, let's just go back. Yeah, so we open with Hulk Hogan, who actually fucked up his lines and said it was the Silver Dome, not the Superdome, or something like that. Anyway, we see The Rock, we see Austin, and we knew they were going to be there anyway. If you live on Spoiler Avenue and Dirt Sheet Road, you would have seen that there was photos of them backstage anyway. So we knew they were going to come out. They just basically talked between each other, and that was basically it, I think, wasn't it? I don't think there's nothing special in that.
No, but I mean, like you say, being the old school attitude era kid I am, it was just pure fucking wank material for me. I was just like, oh my God, Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hogan.
Yeah, it was okay for me because obviously we seen The Rock came back and beat CM Punk, so it was good to see Austin again. It was good to see Austin. So moving on, second match we had was the jobber match. We had the Shield versus Kane and the Outlaws. Obviously it was a 2 minute to 3 minute match. It was basically the Shield going over, hitting punches and just non-stop action. It was actually, for a jobber match, it was actually fun to watch. I was already I was already shaking from adrenaline anyway, you know, fucking, Michelle was like, do you want me to get you water or something, you know, like, or something like, because I was shaking due to how good the first match was. Okay. So, it was a bit annoying. I kind of did want to see it, but usually if they shorten matches down on this, usually means that the other matches are getting more longer match time periods. So what about you? What did you think of the Shield one?
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting, fair enough, it was kind of put together on the fly a couple of weeks beforehand, but I mean, I thought the match would have at least been like 5 to 10 minutes at least. But, as I mentioned in my Pete the Metalhead's Wrestlemania 30 review, you can watch now on YouTube. Nothing like a shameless plug. But no, as I mentioned on there, it's a short but sweet match, you know. I think it works and whatnot. I mean, especially the way
I think it was good to be short. I didn't like that, basically, it was them basically jobbing. I know they could have had some sort of, like, mini fight back. I think they did, but it wasn't, you know, it was just basically all the Shields. So, you know what I mean? Maybe at a later time they could have a better one, I don't know. So.
Well, just before we move on, I don't know this storyline or not, but on the same night, about an hour later, there's an article on WWE.com saying that after, you know, that triple powerbomb the Shield had given him, apparently he was coughing up blood and they had to take him to hospital. No, Billy Gunn.
Who, sorry? Oh, Billy Gunn, really?
Yeah, apparently. That's, I mean, because the thing is, the article was on WWE.com, so I didn't know how genuine it was.
You can never tell whether
that's
genuine.
I mean, there's been no mention of it, so I don't know if it's just a cover, so, like, you know, so Road Dogg and Billy can just, like, retire, like, quietly or something, or if it was just genuinely, like,
well, they haven't been on Raw since then, or Smackdown since then. So, well, that was some good information. I did not know that. So, yeah. So, give this podcast a like if you learned something new there, because I know I did. So we move on to the Battle Royal, which was what I thought was going to be a fucking terrible match. It was actually not a bad match. It was actually pretty good. 31, Hogan said 30, and he mentions that on Raw. It was actually 31. I don't know who the extra person they added in. So just to name some people, obviously they had a Battle Royal, obviously, just to put all the card. We had Yoshi, Brad Maddox, Kay, Khalees, Ryder, McIntyre, 3MB, Henry, Titus, Miz, Xavier Woods, Sandow. We even had David Otunga, which was even in there, so that was actually good to see him back again. Sheamus, Big Show. So, to first start this prediction out, I obviously thought Big Show was going to win, you know, because obviously...
pretty much it's my fault as well. I mean...
it's for a giant trophy. It's obviously going to belong to a giant. It's going to be too obvious, you know. So he
was even wearing the bloody Andre the Giant's, like, ring attire, from the 80s and whatnot.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah, he was. So he gets down to, like, Big Show, Cesaro, and Sheamus and that, and then, so to end it all, basically, Cesaro pecks him up over his head and slams him out, and everyone goes crazy, because, obviously, it's a Raw, and, I'm a Cesaro guy. I've been following him since the Ring of Honor days. It's been, he's a fucking talented wrestler. He needed a single push, and what happened on Raw as well was just, like, what's even better, realistically, gets him over, and stuff like that. So yeah, are you a Cesaro person? Do you like him?
Oh yeah. I mean, when I first started up, I saw the Real Americans. I didn't like the gimmick at first because I thought, this is it. Because when I first saw the gimmick, it was them versus Del Rio or something. I thought this is a bit racist. I thought, but look, I put those thoughts to rest because I realised it's supposed to be a jokey parody. So alright, fair enough. Especially but. Because I didn't think of much of him, so I started watching some of the matches, and Cesaro, I mean, I never realised how fucking insanely amazing he is.
Yeah,
especially the pure strength he has. I mean, he's not like he's not muscly, but he's not like, pound for pound, like, insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Like big E or Ryback. Yeah.
But he just... Yeah, he can work. He can work a match. He's a great talent. Hopefully he'll go far. I mean, he should go far now that he's got Paul Heyman back in him. Spoiler alert, but you've seen Raw anyway. That's why you're watching the damn podcast. So fuck you all. No, not really. But I mean, so it was good to see him. It was a surprise to see him win. I didn't think they were going to actually let Cesaro win, and I don't see what he would want to do with an Andre the Giant trophy. That was a bit weird, which I think Swagger comes out and destroys on Raw. I'm pretty sure that happened. So it's a bit win. Was you shocked that he won, or do you think that was okay for a win, or do you still think Big Show might have been better for a win?
Oh no, definitely. I was kind of surprised at Cesaro winning, but I was so genuinely what's the word? I've forgotten the word happy. Yeah, there we are. Yes, I long forgot how to be happy many years ago. But no, I was I was genuinely pleased with the outcome, because I was like, I wasn't seeing it, because it was just basically, Big Show's going to win, Big Show's going to win. It's like, oh, Cesaro's
you can see it got down to the final three. Big Show was still there, you know. I'm there tapping the missus. She's going to win. Cesaro comes out nowhere, picks him up with the fucking amazing strength, tosses him over, or off, everyone it was. And then, boom, Cesaro wins. Everyone's happy as a sandboy, you know. So, it was good. So we move on to Cena and Bray Wyatt, which I was going to call Wade Barrett in for a minute. John Cena and Bray Wyatt, which was what I thought was going to be the second best match tonight. So I've read reports before that Wade Barrett's Songwriters were going to do a live cover there. They did.
Oh, Matt Crozer, it was absolutely fantastic.
They were fantastic. They were almost as good as the Cult of Personality when they did Punk's song last year or the year before. When they did that, it was...
Screw you! Sorry, it's a personal thing. A mate of mine has been playing Cult of Personality non-stop since CM Punk left, so...
I know,
even at the mention of the song, I must tell anyone to screw themselves.
Okay, cool, right. This is not on video, so I'm just going to do that. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but I mean, they did do it well. Bray Wyatt's band did do it well as well. They wore a freaky mask. It came out. I got to a point where I wasn't sure if they were going to come out or not, but as soon as you saw the guitarist and stuff, you were like, yeah. So again... Yeah. I mean, I'm already semi-hard at this point anyway, just shoots it straight up pretty much, and then it was shot back down after the match, so yeah. So obviously, we've had great promo work between Bray Wyatt and John Cena. They've since him attacking him in the chamber and everything. The match itself was, I'm going to have to say, it was only okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it could have been. Bray Wyatt was sporting black and new basically kind of a new t-shirt, new attire.
Oh, yeah, black and
yeah, which actually looked quite well. It's a shame he's not wearing that anymore. The match was okay. It was back and forth stuff. I thought it was just going to be typical Cena going over and then Bray Wyatt coming back for the win. That wasn't like that at all. I can't really remember how the match ends. I know
it was. Well, I mean, as much as the wrestling aspect is, it was an alright wrestling match, but the storytelling they were doing, you know, because they were trying to, Bray Wyatt was trying to get CM Punk, John Cena to attack him and whatnot with a steel chair. You know, like, come on, unleash the monster, Cena, and it was like, you know, Cena almost goes
basically what Kane did, you know, like, unleash the hate and all the stuff like that, so, it was it
must have been, it's the first time first time since I've started watching I've heard Cena get, like, any kind of cheer at all.
Yeah, exactly, that's true, it was good, people backing Bray Wyatt swinging their hands, you know.
Oh, that was fantastic,
seeing that. You know, clapping at the, dun, 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 you know, do better not try and get done for copyright. So yeah, it wasn't bad. I really did want Bray Wyatt to win. I was kind of hoping he would win, but of course it's WrestleMania. Cena obviously be a Super Cena. Maybe he might lose at Extreme Rules. I don't know. You know. So yeah, did he win by? He won by an FU, didn't he? Or did he win by submission? He won by a hit, didn't he?
I can't remember. No, I think it was attitude adjustment or FU, whichever you want to call it.
I call it the FU because I think it's much better. So let's move on. Move on.
So just before we do, the most interesting thing about the match was the hardest thing for me to watch it, because I was watching it for Bray Wyatt to win, but I wanted John Cena to win only because me and my friend had put a £10 bet on it, and if we won, we got like 60 quid off it. And so basically, when Wyatt won, I was just like, I was crying inside, but I thought, oh, I've won 60, split between us, so I've won 30 quid, yay.
Dude, you said when Wyatt won.
Oh, sorry, when Cena won. I just wanted it, I wanted Wyatt to win. That was
you wanted it so bad.
Yeah, I'm going to rewrite history.
Yeah, I wish you could. If you get the WWE 14 game, you can rewrite history, yeah. They did have Sky bets going on, actually. They were having, which is a bit weird to me, because I wasn't sure you could actually bet on a scripted show.
Likewise, I was kind of shocked.
A bit weird, but yeah, it was. I mean, I was going to put a bet down on Bray Wyatt and Undertaker winning and stuff, but obviously it didn't. So I'm glad I didn't lose any money. So yeah, did you lose any money from that?
No, cause most of the bets you had to put a lot of money on to earn any slight amount of money, apart from John Cena winning, because that was the only bet you could put like £10 on and get 60 quid back. So we thought. We thought, we'll put £5 on each, put that together, we got 30 quid each off it, so
yeah,
safe bet and whatnot.
Did you spend that already?
Yeah, I used it to get a headset, which has still not arrived yet.
Yeah, so yeah, if there's, again, sorry for technical problems and shit, yeah, but still it's good. Yeah. Right, so we move on to the Streak versus, the Beast, and this match, I'm going to
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Too soon, man. It's too fucking soon. No, I'm gonna try not to. I'm not angry really anymore about this. I've got a few theories. We won't go through it. So we have Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Of course, again, Undertaker has an amazing coat, which you couldn't really see in detail till the lights went on. All these coffins with the previous WrestleManias, their names on it and that stuff. So that was a real nice effect. Didn't beat the whole zombie hands trying to touch him, I think, from last year.
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic. Didn't beat that, but still. Brock Lesnar just comes out normally with his typical eat, sleep, break streak, which I think the whole eat, sleep thing is just ridiculous, especially to put on a part-timer. Yeah, okay, the match itself was pretty... I'm going to say, and I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off here, and I'm sorry if I do, I thought the match itself was pretty shit, to be honest. It wasn't as good as it could have been. It did look like The Undertaker was hurt or damaged. It was just Brock doing a couple of really bad German suplexes, a belly to belly. Undertaker fights back. He did a couple of. He kicked out obviously the F5. So obviously we know that Brock Lesnar obviously ended the streak. He actually beat him. There's been so many reports. Apparently, Undertaker wanted him to. He said during the match, apparently, Brock's only at 5 because he changed the rule. Undertaker got concussion, all that other stuff. I don't know what went on. I don't know what's been read. I don't know what you've read, and stuff like that. So the match itself was quite bad. Now, do I think the streak should have ended? Fuck no. We came to 21 matches later. It didn't need to end, Would I have minded if the streak had ended? I wouldn't have minded, no. But my problem was I just didn't think that Brock Lesnar was worthy. If Triple H and HBK couldn't get it done twice, then why should Brock Lesnar get it done? But I suppose it's one of those cliche things. I suppose maybe Undertaker wants to retire. Maybe they did it for the pure fact shock value thing of letting Brock Lesnar end it because he's a beast, he's an animal, no one can beat him, So I was angry, like all those faces and obviously the guy in the front row, the coloured guy, the black man, has actually now become a famous meme because of that.
Oh yeah, that face is definitely priceless. Yes.
Obviously, he's become a famous meme. Obviously, because of that, it's quite cool. But I was shocked it's just them, really. He did 3 F5s. I expected, obviously, to kick out. He didn't kick out. I just didn't. I just stood there, sat there, blank. I just went, I can't believe they did that. It was unbelievable that they did that. I mean, I just don't think it was right. I don't think it needed to end, personally. I don't think Brock Lesnar was the right choice. I don't care. Comment, hate me, I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a Brock Lesnar guy. I didn't think he was worthy to end the streak, and that's my opinion. So, go on, shed your opinion on this match, before I just get too out.
Alright. My opinion on the match is, let's go to the next match. No, I'm kidding. I gotta agree with you. It was hard to watch just because, I love Taker, but he's obviously getting on a bit, and it was just a very slow, clunking kind of match, and Lesnar's just he's just a guy, he can be physically intimidating, and he can physically knock people about like Scott Steiner, but that's the problem is no finesse to it, and maybe that's why Undertaker got his concussion and shit, So, I wasn't paying much attention to the match, to be honest. I thought, Taker's going to win. I can take a few minutes to chill out, and then whatnot. And then it's he's just on F5. I thought, alright, let's watch the pinfall. 1, 2, then the 3K, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't scream because my mate's flat and he has neighbours, you see, but I just got on my knees. I just started grabbing my mate's arm, and I went right up to his computer screen, because we were watching on the network. I went right up to the computer screen, I was like, what is this? What's going on?
What's just happened here, man? What the fuck has happened? What? You just feel like being a Taker fan and your innocence has just been like, you just feel like Ian Watkins just come up to you or Jimmy Savile just caught you in your ghost and you're thinking, you're now surprised that's happened, just can't believe it, man. I don't know, I still feel annoyed. I still feel pissed off, that they did it, but I suppose they have to use this philosophy of all good things must come to an end sooner or later, it's true, they had to do it sooner or later, so I don't think it was right.
If anything, it should have, I think CM Punk should have ended it last year, so that way it was a nice even 20. Now it's 21-1. The OCD in me is going nuts. I don't actually have OCD, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, Oh, 21-1. No, it's all uneven. Let it be an even 20, you bastard.
Yeah, I know. It's weird like that, isn't it? You know, but cause it's like I think it came so far the streak didn't need to end. You know, I don't know why they did it. Maybe was it because Undertaker can retire now? I mean, is he gonna retire now? The streak's ended. I mean, it's a 1 year a day man match. And there's been no word on it or anything like that. He's apparently got concussions and stuff like that.
Well, for all we know, remember when Austin...
I mean, the match itself years ago. With him and Undertaker, with him and in the cell, that was a fantastic match. The end of the era, he could have easily not ever come back to WWE after that. Everyone would have understood how good that match actually was, you know. So it was just like, and I don't see why they didn't just end it there. But obviously they decided him to come back. I mean, it was even talk they was going to let CM Punk end it. I would have been happy with that. I would have been okay. The streak's ended, but you know, like
maybe CM Punk would still be here.
Yeah, maybe he would. Yeah, maybe he would. I don't know. So, yeah, it was really, really quite emotional, and I don't mean kind of the Warrior emotional, and we'll get into that as well. Kind of emotional because I'm a huge Taker fan. I'm sure you are. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this now are Taker fans. They didn't want to see it end. You can see the shocked faces in the crowd. No one wanted it to end. Fantastic. You know, it's just. Maybe is that what was best for business? Well, maybe in a few years' time I can tell you, because right now I just don't think it was. So,
I personally would have thought they got up to. Would have thought they got up to like 25 at least, and then maybe break it.
Yeah, I would have thought move out or just.
This is pure speculation, but I think what it might be is Undertaker might have some serious injuries. He's not wanting to say it, because he only wrestles once a year, so he thought. Yeah, he's probably thought in the ring, end it like that. Because remember. Back in Wrestlemania 19, Rock versus... Can you hear me? Yeah. Remember WrestleMania 19, Rock versus Austin 3. And that was like fantastic match, and Rock won. And it was like cool, and then the next night, all of a sudden, oh shit, fucking Austin's retiring out of nowhere. Yeah. So exactly. I think, because Austin didn't tell anyone, that's why he fucking walked out in the first place, because his back was knackered. Well, that and he was being a bit CM Punkish, but it was more of his back was knackered, and he just didn't want to tell anyone. So.
He was being a bit CM Punk-ish.
Well, yeah, that's true. I say CM Punk's being a bit Austin-ish, but you know what I mean. He made it look like he was just upset with booking, so he decided to fuck off. But what it was as he came out later on, it's like his back was knackered. He couldn't really wrestle anymore, and he was just too proud to say anything about it. So I think that maybe that's why Undertaker just decided. Yeah. But basically, that's pure speculation. I mean, if it comes out like that, cool. But
it's your opinion. You're entitled to that. Look, they do get hurt. They do. Yeah. You get knackered. It happens. So anyway, for the time of this, let's move on before we go into a whole different debate about that. So we start after that match. Obviously, we go into the Divas match, and you can hear during the crowd they all shout, "No one cares. No one." It was just some massive 14 Diva Battle Royal. Which, if you look closely, you can actually see that AJ actually made Naomi tap out in that. I think that was at WrestleMania. I think you can actually see her grab her hand and forcefully actually make her submit, actually. So if you didn't see that, go back and watch it, because I think she did. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but yeah, I think so. So AJ wins. So let's just move. Do you want to start?
No, so I went to have a cig, and then when I came back from the cig, the match literally just ended as I walked back in the room, so yeah. So it was perfect timing for me, really.
Perfect time to have a piss, go grab a cig, and stuff like that. So
yeah.
We had all the fingers, Eva Marie, Emma, Brie Bella, Sana, Rosa Mendez. I just heard myself on echo. Tamina, I thought it was going to be Tamina's night. I thought Tamina was going to finally get the title, but she didn't, something else. They obviously changed plans, so there we go. Right, so we move on to the main event.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, Mushroom Man star, rest in peace, you crazy motherfucker. We move on to Daniel Bryan versus Orton versus Batista in what I thought was going to be a completely shit match. I was going to go ready. I was going to wait, wife, go make me a sandwich. No, I'm joking. I was going to go get something to eat, but no. This match was actually at least probably the second best match of the night. It was full of action. It was solid work. We saw this really good Batista RKO through the table, where Orton actually lands back first on the monitor. Did you see that, by the way? Did you see that?
I didn't see the back on the... I mean, I saw the RKO through the table, but when it was showing...
his back lands straight on the monitor as he lands.
I saw that on the Botchamania a few days after, and it's like, because it looked pretty bad. I thought, he's selling that pretty well. And then when I saw Botchamania, he's not selling that at all. That's just actually happened. Oh dear.
Yeah, exactly. It was weird, because I saw it on the replay. I saw noticed the thing, and you push yourself forward, and you've got like back pain, and you can see trickles of blood. So I was thinking, he's landed straight on that monitor. Oh. So we had great action, fast-paced match. It was like some good spots. It was a good match. Just to say that, there's not much I can really say on this match, but in the end, it
was a solid B+ match.
So, yeah, just a solid B+, just a solid B+.
Yeah. 4 out of 10.
Will this podcast get a solid B+? Probably not, So the match ends, obviously, with Daniel winning by submission, and I just went fucking ape shit. I was surprised I didn't wake my mum up, I also didn't wake my neighbours up, I also didn't wake everyone in the neighbourhood. I said to Michelle, if Daniel Bryan wins, I was going to go outside and shout, yes, but I didn't. She stopped me from doing that. So I wanted to. Yeah, definitely wise. I did put on Facebook, if you're woken at the night at 4 a.m. But I did go a little bit crazy. I had to keep my voice down, but I did go crazy. I just couldn't believe we won. I was shocked. I'm happy. I'm a big Daniel Bryan follower. I've been following him since Ring of Honor. I was so pleased that after everything he's gone through, they finally actually gave him it.
Yeah. It was
exactly how. No, go on, yeah.
No, it was fantastic. I mean, like I said, it was predictable that was going to happen. Well, if you spend any time on say the wrestling Reddits or any other internet wrestling community sites, everyone was saying it's pretty obvious that's what's going to happen because it's the slow burn which they've been doing since SummerSlam. Problem is though, the booking they were doing at the end of last year and early this year, it's hard to tell if they actually had this as a long plan or if they just kind of pulled it out their ass after the whole Royal Rumble fiasco. I won't say which because I don't know. I'm completely split down the middle whether it was a long-term plan or they just pulled it out their ass. But either way, it turned out really fucking good. Cause,
yeah, it did. I mean, I honestly thought the match was going to be quite boring, but I did. I mean, free sometimes, but it's a triple threat. It ended well, and it ended probably in the same style as maybe someone else at WrestleMania 20 might have won by submission in a near enough same submission when he won the world title. And
I wonder who that was. I remember it was Stevie Richards, wasn't it? Yeah.
Stevie Richards might have been Dr. Death, might have been the Sting. Maybe he finally came back for WrestleMania. Of course, it was Chris Benoit. I'm going to say it just in case people are wondering who won. Yes, Chris Benoit won the title, triple threat, WrestleMania 20 with a submission. It was very like that. I don't think they were trying to copy that, but still.
Daniel Bryan has a lot of Chris Benoit moves, doesn't he? Like a flying headbutt and that slightly inverted crossface.
Yeah, he does have a lot of Chris Benoit moves. Yeah, he does. Like thinking about that, he really does. So that's WrestleMania 30. We need to push on for time now. One thing I will say is that the Hall of Fame this year was actually the inductees were actually really good. Except for obviously Mr. T went apparently over his speech about his fucking mother.
There is no other like a mother. Have you heard that song he did from the 80s? It's a rap song where he sounds like that. Mother. There is no other like a mother.
So he goes about his mother.
After this, go YouTube it, and anyone who's listening to this, go YouTube it as well. Mr. T Mother.
Mr. T Mother. So he's into Mother. Do that classic song, but yeah.
Yeah,
he went on about his mouth. No, go on.
I made a joke about that too. It was just like I felt like because I didn't see the Hall of Fame ceremony till the very last minute before WrestleMania, on the day, and I was like, everyone's going on about the fucking there's memes on Facebook. It's Mr. T Mother, and a tweet by Jericho saying, Mr. T's mother, I invented that. And I was like, what's everyone going on about? And then I watched the Hall of Fame speech, I'm like, oh my god, wait, okay, you have a mother? Yeah, you have a... Yep, you definitely have a mother, Mr. T. And do you want to go on about when you were at WrestleMania, maybe? Those 2 times you were at WrestleMania? No, you don't want to... Oh, no, you're just going on with the mother part. Okay, that's fair enough.
You just want to keep going about the mother. Yeah, never mind. WrestleMania 1, Hogan, no? Nothing, not comment? Okay, your mother. Yeah, keep going about your mother. Keep going about your mother.
Ridiculous.
I mean, obviously, I can understand WWE getting a bit annoyed about that. I can understand why they ddid. I mean, obviously. But they were good inductees this year. Glad to see Warrior in there, glad to see Jake the Snake in there, glad to see Lita in there, it's just a good Hall of Fame. So let's move on to Raw the night after. Oh yeah! And I don't know if I'm going to save this for the next podcast or save this one, but we're going to save this one anyway. I'd like to say, it's a huge shock about the Warrior. What happened, that he literally died only a couple of days, just after being on Raw. On this Raw, I think it was one after WrestleMania, he showed up and literally passed away only a few hours, I think, or a day after it. So it's really sad, and it really shocked me. I'm sure it shocked a lot of you as well. I still can't get over it. I woke up this morning and read it on Facebook. It was horrible to read. It really was. I think it's been an autopsy now that it was a heart problem or some sort of heart disease he had. If you look at the promo, I think it was he knew that he was going to die, and that's why he was saying it. People were just saying that. I didn't believe that. I was in denial a lot about it, but anyway, rest in peace to you, Warrior. You did a lot. Thank you for everything you did for, the WWF, the WWE. It's still a shock that you're gone, but yeah, we would cue your music right now as in a 1 minute tribute to you, but we can't because YouTube will take us down. So
it's alright, I can just hum it.
So let's slap a photo of the Warrior with a rest in peace, which I probably sure I'll do anyway. But yeah, thank you, Warrior. We miss you. I'm glad WWE did the 10 bells toast to you. You really did deserve it. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You had your problems backstage and everything like that, but just rest in peace, man. # rest in peace to Warrior. So let's move on to Raw.
Yep.
Raw in New Orleans. I'm sorry, I don't know if you want to say anything about the Warrior. Or
no, you've pretty much. I'll just be saying what you said basically again. So I'll say I'm not saddened by it, but I was shocked by it, and it's not like I disliked the Warrior, I'm just not saddened about it as much, but it was genuinely shocking though, and obviously I feel bad for his family and shit. I'm not trying to be an asshole and say the Warrior, but it's
we didn't know him personally, did we? None of us never met him. He was a good guy. I'm a bit sad, because he was one of my favourites, other than Undertaker. He was a good, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, he was a big favourite man as well.
Yeah. I mean, and his WCW days as well. Yeah. So we'll save that for another. So we move on to Raw, which is probably one of the best Raws of all fucking time. We open with Raw. I just found my notes. I actually lost my notes on WrestleMania. We had to stop, and I'm sure Pete or Jack has edited this out already. But yeah, I lost my notes. I found my notes for Raw. So we start off with Raw. Opens with obviously the new WWE World Champion. And can I just say this before we start? WWE World Champion, I do hate the fact there's still 2 titles. I really...
Yeah, I must admit it. Daniel Bryan does not carry them well because they fucking bury him. The titles do what Triple H could not.
Literally, yeah. He puts them on his chest, and you're like, can you see it? All you can see is like a beard and 2 belts, Sorry. So I do wish they'd change it because I'm sick of saying it. I don't know if it's really even pleasurable for them just to hold 2 titles around, but maybe they'll change it one day.
I think what I read about it is Hunter and Orton, Triple H and Orton. They really love the big gold belt, you see, and they don't want to, they want to make sure it stays in for a while. And I'm guessing they don't want to get rid of the WWE title because they've barely had that a year, haven't they? They only introduced it last year when The Rock won it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just a case of
won it, went from simple part-time, and they took it off a person that didn't probably need to be ended it. But I'm a butthurt CM Punk fan, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Not really.
So let's just go on one little small thing. Let's go back to that streak match. What also a little bit annoyed me was Brock's kind of a part-timer as well. It's not, he kind of is, he kind of isn't. I would prefer someone that was a full-time roster to end the streak and not someone that only really shows up when or feels like it. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me.
You sneezed right here on the Wrestling Podcast between Peter Metalhead and Raven.
And people that probably will not be watching it on the WWE network. They won't be on the network. Okay, so there we go. So it starts off with Daniel Bryan comes out, people going crazy, there's yeses, there's fucking people grabbing their children in the air, people grabbing someone else from next to them, throwing him up in the air while he's doing the yes sign. The yes movement has not died. I'm glad they brought it back because I hate the whole no movement. I thought they were going to kill off the yes movement, they didn't. So he comes out, people shout, "You have earned it." You deserved it.
That was just, it was a genuine treat to watch the audience react like that.
I was sat there smiling, happy as a sandboy. I couldn't stop smiling. The grin on my face was literally legit. I just couldn't. I feel like I've been smiling in the wind for 8 hours and my face is stuck that way. So it was great. It felt so good because, everyone, Daniel Bryan, he's up there. But I know, I've been following since Ring of Honor. I've known since Ring of Honor days when he used to do really weird, like, kind of cape gimmick, you know, with the bald head and the beard, you know.
I've seen those pictures on the internet, and I destroyed my internet after that.
So those photos made someone destroy the internet. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't destroy my internet, but, you know, there we go. But yeah, so I've been following him since then. I do think he has earned it. He's talented. He deserves to be in there. It was talk of he was unhappy, you know, but I'm glad they did it. So, moving straight on, we had Triple H comes out. Sorry, I had someone at my door there. Triple H comes down and says, "I'm not good in this ring with you because of what I'm going to do to you," you know. And then Brian goes, "Really?" So he goes up to his face and goes, "Yes." And he goes, "Well, you're going to be defending that title tonight against me."
Yeah.
And then basically comes out. So it's like, yes, oh my god, already. Like, oh my god, man, this just made me hard. And it's just like, yeah. So
what I still don't get is, though, they've not done anything with Vinnie Mac. I thought Vinnie Mac would have at least shown up at WrestleMania 30 and there'd be some kind of, you know, like, he'd come in and say, "Hey, Triple H, you're abusing your power. You can't face for the title and run the company," etc. You know. Yeah,
that's true. Maybe he just didn't want to be involved. I don't know. So.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, who knows? But that's speculation for another time. Because for all we know, some shit could develop over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So we've just spoiled some spoiler stuff that we don't even know about. Shit. No, now apparently we're haters now. You know, stop spoiling stuff. Stop putting stuff on Facebook. Don't go on Facebook then. You know, super bad. So he comes out. So he's got to defend the title tonight against me, which is obviously him. And obviously I was enjoying this straight away, but I was also scared at the same time because I thought, okay, now he's obviously won at WrestleMania. Are they really going to strip him the belt literally a day after Raw? You know, I don't know, it can happen. I was a bit worried. You know, I was thinking, oh shit, you know, is it really going to happen? Stuff like that. But yeah, what about you? Did you think maybe? I mean, obviously you're living in Prediction Avenue. You thought obviously that he was going to keep the title, like kind of. I'm
not sure. I mean, I thought, I pretty much thought like they're not going to be an absolute twat. I knew what they did like for 2 or 3 months straight on the run. You know, SummerSlam. What's the October pay-per-view called again these days? Oh, Hell in a Cell and Night of Champions. Sorry, I'm still remembering Unforgiven and No Mercy.
They were supposed to have cut Hell in a Cell, but they never did. So.
But you know, I thought. That was just obviously the long build-up to this part of the story. So I thought they're not going to take it straight off him, and the match didn't even begin, did it, really?
Yeah, I mean, no, it didn't actually Triple H kind of had a game plan. But we'll talk about that later. So let's move on to the first match of Raw of the 8th of the 2014. It started with the Wyatt family versus Big E, Langston, John Cena, and Sheamus. And my God, this has to be probably donated for Match of the Year because it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing. It was one of the best 6-man tags I've ever seen. It was filled with non-stop, competitive, solidness, action. I can't even put it into words. I'm just sounding like I'm reading off a fucking typo right now. Let's use solid, let's use repetitive. It was a fantastic match. It really was such a great opener, you know, with just whatever really, and basically ends with Bray Wyatt hitting the Sister Abigail. I can't remember who he hit it on. It might have been Big E, I think it was, and obviously gets the win. So the Wyatt family's still going over, but this match, wow, that was just wow. Did you think it was wow? I thought it was brilliant, realistically. What do you think?
Me? What do I think? I was trying to think of a joke related to a wrestler. I couldn't think of one. So, but no, I'll get real. But definitely for the opening of Raw, absolutely fantastic match. If anything, I thought that would have been with the exception of the main event that actually happened, I thought, that would have been something to say for the main event of Raw. But, there you go.
No, I mean,
best way to start off Raw,
Yes, exactly. I mean, I thought it was a fantastic match. I put it on Facebook, shameless plug, Facebook. I put it on there, and a lot of people agreed it was a great opener. It really was a great opener. So we're going to move on. Have you written down? Do you want to move on? Do you want to say? Or do you want to move on? What was next? Do you know what was next? Did you write that down or not?
I did not write that down, sir. No, unfortunately.
Well, we got the first of Bo Dallas, Bo Leave. We had the first Bo Leave promo actually on Raw was on this promo, and the same with Adam Rose as well. So let's come back now to later on. Let's fast forward. Now let's talk about Bo Dallas. Now, I don't have a high opinion of Bo Dallas. I just know that he's quite not annoying in NXT. I can't really describe it. he's not a bad wrestler at all, really. You know, like, I think maybe because WWE did something with him ages ago, when he had this thing with Wade Barrett. I can't remember if you were maybe watching at that time.
No.
So he comes to Raw, he basically beats Wade Barrett like twice or once, and then basically never shows up again. So he's obviously does the Bo Leaf, like, sort of thing, you know, he's an okay wrestler, but I don't know, I think maybe the gimmick, maybe he needs to something done with that, and maybe something more than just jobbing. I think he needs to be, at least get there in the mid-carder section, get in there, not just face Kofi Kingston every week, you know, he needs to get up there, so yeah. What about you? What do you think about Dallas?
Well, after the revelation you told me earlier that he is Bray Wyatt's brother and whatnot, I think, well, there you go. I mean, if they do end up, like, squandering him a bit, you've always got, like, like an angle you could play there, him trying to get him to join the Wyatt family and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I doubt it, but I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one, Bo is, but I suppose, obviously what Bray Wyatt does is obviously weird as well, so there we go. So yes, that is, so obviously, I'm kind of ecstatic because I know that this is why I was so wow, they're bringing NXT people forward. This is fantastic. We saw Adam Rose and even Paige a little bit later on. So we see 3 basically NXT will come forward, and my God, that is pretty much what made the Raw show. So we move on to the second match. Fandango and Summer Rae versus Santino and Emma. I didn't write notes about this match because I just can't be arsed with it. When it's a short match, Santino probably dancing, Fandango dancing, Cobra. I think she hits like the Emma lock or something or whatever, some sort of submission, and then them getting the win. So did you write that down, or did you not bother?
No, in fact, I'm actually trying to erase this part of the conversation from my mind as we're speaking it. Santino can be like a nice little comic relief every now and again, but this is the whole thing with Fandango. It's just
they're just doing it every week. It's becoming boring. It's becoming shit. Yeah. It's becoming like.
Although we're not covering last night's Raw on this particular podcast, I can say they just do the exact same match again next week, so it's just there you go.
Just come out, dancing, a bit of hip toss, a bit of Cobra, and if there's divas involved, a bit of 2-second diva action, then either Fandango will get the win, and then Santino, Fandango, and that's repeating the process. So yeah, so let's move on from that horrible thing. We move on obviously to Paul Heyman, Lesnar coming out. Obviously, them cutting. Paul Heyman again is just amazing. They're cutting promos. He's probably one of the best. He's up there with Bray Wyatt. He knows what to do. He knows what to say. He knows how to do it. He knows how to work the industry. It's awesome. They come out. They cut a promo. Not gonna say much about this. They cut a promo, say how they told everyone so it was gonna happen. I think they showed a couple of photos. I'm not sure if they did that yesterday's Raw or this Raw, but yeah. But Brock Lesnar could get it done and stuff like that. Yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think? Yeah, I don't know. What did you think on that promo? I guess.
I don't know, man. You just brought up the ending of the streak again. I'm kind of in tears. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think it's just as well, he has Paul Heyman behind him, because fucking Brock Lesnar with a microphone, it's disturbing. Remember the whole casket bit from a few Raws back, when the casket down, and then Brock Lesnar's like, I know you're here, Undertaker, let's do this!
And then
let's do this!
You guy goes, oh! Like doing
oh god.
The Brock say, oh!
Yeah, because they didn't have Paul Heyman selling that through some really good promos on that Raw. I mean, I think people probably might start throwing stuff at Brock. I
know I would just come here, you cunt, and just throw stuff. Yeah, because Brock obviously no mic skills, not whatsoever. He can't. He's needed Paul Heyman to back him. If he didn't have Paul Heyman back him, I can tell you I don't really like him. He's quite arrogant. He doesn't seem to be the sort of person to sign stuff if you've ever met him. He's a bit of an arsehole anyway, to be honest. And such stuff I've heard anyway about him. But he needed Lesnar. He needed him to least, he needed Paul Heyman to get him over. So move on from that one. Move on from the growing crushing-ness, which was a streak. We had an Adam Rose promo airs. After that, obviously him in the bus.
Hey, it's party time. All the time, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying mimicking his voice, because that was the time, yeah. So,
by the Orton looted.
It's sad, you know, and then he has a lollipop, and I don't know why, the gimmick kind of made me cringe at first. I thought, this guy's coming to Raw. I mean, we've had our fair share of, like, things like Kenzo Suzuki and, like, stuff like that, but this guy, I can't really see this guy actually wrestling and winning a match. And I mean, what kind of, you know, I mean, he's talented, but still, like, so that is, so already, I mean, like, wow, I mean, I'm marking out because 2 NXT promos are coming out. Ironically, did say, what if Paige came out tonight? Apparently, some spoiler photos have been revealed that Paige was backstage that night anyway, but, you know, it's not me. I don't believe everything I read online, nor should anyone else. So, before this, we see, obviously, Orton and Batista got told by Stephanie McMahon that obviously they're going to be facing the Usos for the tag team titles tonight. A little bit kind of weirded out there. I thought they were going to win the title, so that match is after. The match started off okay, but truth be told, the match ended with just basically ending counting out, and Batista and Orton basically just crippling the Usos with the stairs, Batista bomb on the stairs and other stuff, and yeah, just that was pretty much it. So they basically ended it for them. I don't know if anyone came down the ship.
No,
I don't think they.
No, I don't think so. It's pointless asking me what I thought about this match because I skipped it. I mean, I like the Usos and whatnot, but Orton and Batista, I thought, it's just going to be a squash match, so I just decided I'll not bother watching it, you know.
Yeah, it technically was, so.
I know it makes me very unprofessional and shit, but there you go. If anyone's ever seen any one of my Pete the Metalhead videos, then yeah, you know how unprofessional I am.
Shameless plug number 2. Yeah, if you
right here, wherever you are.
Yeah, right here, in your living room, or your Mac, on your tablet, or even on your bloody iPhone. I don't know.
Who the hell uses a Mac?
He'll both of our channels, this will be uploaded on YouTube channels anyway, but yeah, if you haven't seen any of these other videos, yeah, just check them out, they are good, yeah, slides off movies and shit, so yeah. So yeah, we move on to see that RVD was returning, so RVD finally comes back after taking a long hiatus. I don't actually know why he took leave. I think because he couldn't be asked, or because it's Rob Van Dam and he wants to do weed again. I don't really know. So
I think they just had him on short-term contract, and they just probably have him back again on another short-term contract. You know,
he was in that Intercontinental title tournament that was on Raw. He got through, so again we can't talk about that yet. But obviously he has been in that Intercontinental title tournament. So he faces Sandow. This is what pissing me off, that Sandow has basically become a jobber. Damien Sandow. A lot of people will agree with me about this, but he's a fucking hard worker. He's a talented wrestler, and he should be doing a lot better than what he is now. He deserved at least to be. It might sound stupid. I thought when he had that briefcase, I thought, right, this is it. This is where, you know, WWE are just going to bend us over and say, right, we're going to stick it in, and we're going to use lube this time, and we're not going to go in dry. We're going to make him world champion. Same with Dolph Ziggler. I'm a huge backer. They're both talented wrestlers, and now he's gone. He lost the briefcase match, and now he's just been standing under a giant penis while he's been pissed on. He's jobbed for literally the last like month or so. So he jobs to RVD this match. Sandow came back a little bit, but RVD does obviously the same as usually does with the spin kick and the job. Ends into a foggy smash, and then basically it's over. Yeah, you got anything to say on that, or not? Really?
I was kind of pissed because I mean there was a lot of rumours going around that RVD was going to be one of the the unannounced guest people in the 30-man battle royale the previous night, but he wasn't. And then just all of a sudden, so I thought, all right, so it must have been just pure speculation. You know, he probably wasn't. You know, so. He's probably not got anything to do with WWE, and then all of a sudden, he's on Raw. No build-up, no suspense, no nothing, no, like, not even, like, one little promo, like, you know, the last week saying, hey, RVD's coming back or something like that. No, just like, here he is, job to stand out, bye, you know. And it's just like, I mean, fair enough, he's getting on a bit, but, I mean, he's still pretty, you know, limber and flexible for, you know, his age and whatnot.
Exactly, he does work a good match. I don't think age has nothing to do with it. I think he still can work a good match. I just wish he was given a decent run, to be honest. So we move forward. I didn't write about any promos and stuff. We've not wrote about every promo and backstage segment in these reviews and stuff. So if wondering, like, oh, you missed this part, you missed that part, well, fuck you, because I'm not writing down every little moment. I'm tired when Raw's on live. I can't note down every little thing that happens. You know, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So
what backstage segments do we have anymore? Just basically Triple H and Steph will say something to Orton and Batista. That's it. I literally can't think of any other backstage segments that happen at all. You know, with the exception of the odd interview with that, what's her name, Renee, something or I can't remember her second name. Other than that, this like I remember back in the old days, you know, used to be backstage segments left, right, and centre, comedy bits, serious bits. You know, now they just don't bother anymore with them. Shame, really.
Too decent. So moving forward.
Sorry.
Yeah, moving it. Right, you tell me, what was the next match then? What was the next match? What did we move into after that? What was the 5th match of the night?
Oh, I'm trying to remember now, because there's 2 right next to each other, and it's just, it's completely slipped me.
Oh, do you not have notes written down for this one?
No, not on me. Because, like yourself, I had a complete computer malfunction.
Okay, that's right. No, it's no shame in it. Obviously, I have to take notes, otherwise that's how I do reviews. I remember a lot better. So we moved on to Rey Mysterio versus Bad News Barrett. Seeing Bad News Barrett actually wrestle for the first time in ages after basically doing the whole podium thing, which went from a medium podium to a fucking huge podium. So he comes out. Hang on, my Xbox is going to shut down. No, you do not. Hang on, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Right, okay. So he comes out. This match wasn't a bad match. Again, if Ray and Bad News... Rey Mysterio. Did I say Rey Mysterio or did I say Kobe Kingston?
Yeah, I think it's Mysterio, yeah.
I think, Rey Mysterio. So he comes out. I think he goes on the mic and says, I think I've got some bad news for you. I'm not sure. So this wasn't an actual bad match between these two. It was some solid work from back and forth, booing over towards Ray and yay and going towards Barrett every time, typical like punch me, boo, punch me, yay, boo, yay. They go back and forth, typical stuff really. I think Rey Mysterio hits a 619. He then goes to the turnbuckle. Barrett stops him and then basically elbows him on the head while he's on the turnbuckle. And he gives some of those ball hammers quite brutally, So that was an okay match actually. Probably the most disappointing match of the night. But I'd actually more better work done with Bad News Barrett because again, a talented wrestler needs the right stuff. I didn't like Bad News Barrett before, but I think I've gone towards it. What about you? Did you like Bad News Barrett?
Well, yeah. The thing is, as I've only started watching again recently, I've not seen any of Wade Barrett back in the day with the whole Nexus storyline and whatnot. But when I started watching again, he had kind of one match and then he just disappeared for months. And he came back as Bad News Barrett. At first, I didn't like it at all because he literally just came out and said like, "You're all fat people, and it's Thanksgiving, and you have clogged arteries," and that's it. And I just thought, what? Are you going to like feud with anyone? Are you going to like take the piss out of anyone? No, it's like the audience, blah, and it's just like, oh my god, this is so bad. And I thought it's not because of it; it's just so badly written. And then by the time of Elimination Chamber, he was still doing it, but I think it was just Stockholm Syndrome by this point, because I was really starting to like it, just like...
Yeah, he came out literally like near enough after every match, didn't he? And just said, that was... I wish I actually did find I liked about that, so that was actually quite funny. So we move on. Who do we move on to? Well, of course, we move on to the debating Alexander Rusev, which, again, another talented wrestler. I heard that they were going to push this guy, and I'm glad they have, from NXT. Alexander Rusev?
Rusev? Yeah, I was having a debate with a friend of mine earlier today about how to pronounce it.
He's a talented fucker, so he's obviously facing Zack Ryder, so we see Zack Ryder in like fucking ages.
Oh yeah, I was shocked, holy shit, Zack Ryder's on Raw, what the fuck?
Ryder, woo, yeah, you know it, so, so obviously we just know straight off what is this match going to be. It's going to be a squash match. It's going to be a jobber match. Is Zack Ryder even going to have a chance to attack back against this Bulgarian beast, I think he's called, or Hulk, or whatever the fuck? No, of course he's not. Obviously he doesn't. He just basically crushes him. He does some amazing super kick work and basically ends it with the camel clutch, which is obviously has a name. He was fucking impressive. He's always been impressive. So again, I'm hoping he's not just going to be jobbing for the whole of his career. I'm hoping they actually do put him in a decent storyline at some point and not just basically keep him jobbing. So we move on. Do you remember that match? Do you want to add anything in there?
Oh, Rusev. It was a squash match. It'd been pissing me off with the whole, for the last 2 months, because he debuted at the Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then last 2 months, they've had these stupid fucking promos where it's just like, hey, dos lasagna, you weak American pigs, this is Alexander Rusev, and it's like, and then she gives the mic to him, and he just speaks entirely in, what is it, I assume Romanian, Bulgarian?
Romanian, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and it's just like, I know there's people out there who speak Bulgarian, but to the majority English and Spanish-speaking audience, I assume there's a Spanish-speaking audience, why else have the Spanish announcer table?
Right.
It's just like, that's going right over our heads. For all we know, he could just be saying his shopping list. And he kept doing that for 2 goddamn months, and it was just like, I was just begging, please, just put him in a squash match. If you want him to get over, put him in a fucking squash match. And there you go, they did at last.
That's what they do nowadays, isn't they? I mean, do you remember when Damien Sandow first came in? He refused to wrestle matches and promos. They just build.
I wasn't watching wrestling back then, unfortunately. Interesting fact for any listeners: Raven has watched wrestling as far as I know since he was a kid. I watched it, but around 2003, 2004, basically, I stopped watching, and I started watching again last year. So there's a lot of stuff I've missed out on and whatnot. I've been catching up bits in the areas, just in case anyone's listening and wondering like what the hell I'm going on about.
Yeah. I've been watching since 1998, 1997 probably, and non-stop ever since then. There was a time where I had to stop watching because I didn't have cable for a while, so I couldn't watch it, but I always found a way to get it back again. So those parts you miss when you stop watching, because obviously we're Attitude Era boys, we grew up where it was boobs and fucking hardcore weapons and great storyline and fists and bossing and the fingers and the swearing and anything basically goes realistically because of WCW wars. We grew up obviously on that, so truthfully, did you stop because you found WWE boring? Or
well, it was because they were still doing like some violent stuff or whatnot during the early mid-90s, but around 2003, I don't know, I was just getting tired of wrestling, because I was going through puberty and shit. So I was just getting interested in different things and other things and shit. So I kind of stopped watching it. Then I came back for WrestleMania 20, and then I stopped watching right after WrestleMania 20 again. So just because I thought it's WrestleMania 20, how can I not watch that? It's like, that's going to be the biggest event ever. And then, I didn't realise 10 years later, I'd still be alive for WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, I didn't realise 10 years later that winner of that WrestleMania, the winner of the main event, that became a murderer and killed everyone.
Oh dear, this podcast got dark.
Yeah, it did. Sorry, I just, I don't want to start on a piss off series, but...
As is your name, Dark Vampire.
Yeah, exactly. It's where dark is like a dark.
This is the darkest timeline.
Well, I'm glad you got back. I'm hoping you'll catch up on some pay-per-views you missed. I am glad you got back. It is worth it. I'm glad that WWE right now is becoming quite exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Glad you can that. So anyway, so let's move on. We find that the Ultimate Warrior is here. This is going to be quite hard for me to talk to. I know obviously people have their feelings, opinions about wrestlers that die. Maybe I've been watching it since 1998. I get obviously attached to these people. Some people think, well, they didn't know them. I'm not going to obviously cry about them. It's fair enough. They have their opinions. I have mine. It's fair enough. So Warrior comes out. If he wasn't that strapped for time, I'll probably read out the entire promo that I've actually got written down in front of me that he read out. A lot of it was about we are the Warriors, he will always live on in our hearts, you have to work your ass off in this industry and stuff like that. He puts on obviously a warrior mask, which he actually looked good, but a lot of people say he looked, do you remember watching that? Do you honestly think in that promo that the Warrior looked ill at all? Did you think he looked ill or do you think he looked fine?
Well, he looks like he was obviously, he was 54 years old, so I wouldn't say he looked ill, he's just obviously just looking a bit old and whatnot.
People were saying that he didn't look well, or he just looked like he had problems. I think he looked fine, he did the old ring shake thing, see,
well, for me, it was just, I'm only speaking now in the mindset I had on that night the day before he died. But I was just like, oh, this is going to be painful. And then he comes out, puts the mask on. I'm like, oh, this is painful. Luckily, he didn't go too gibberish with it. What he said actually was a bit more coherent than what he usually does. Yeah, and I thought, oh, there you go, it's all right. I can't be mad at him. And then the day after, it turns out I really couldn't be mad at him. I was just like, if I say anything about Raw, is Raw promo, anything nasty at this moment, I am going to get fucking shit for it. Yeah. But no, I say I'm definitely not being nasty about it now or whatnot. I just thought, but like I said, this is purely my mindset from when I actually watched it the day after. I thought, oh dear, especially the parallels of what he was saying to what actually happened.
No one was saying that obviously that Warrior gave the best amazing promo ever, because he didn't. He did his best. He did what he did. He wasn't no Bray Wyatt or Paul Heyman, but again, rest in peace, Warrior. You Well, awesome, you're good talent. Just I hope the support goes towards your family, your daughters. Like your Hall of Fame speech. I keep watching over and over again. And just still can't believe it happened like so soon. But I'm hoping if he wasn't in any pain, and he isn't now, I really hope he is. And I'm hoping his wife. I think if he's still married, his wife or whatever, his lover and his daughters and all his family are okay. So obviously the Warrior. I'm not sure we had problems again. Obviously, big respect to his family, big respect to his daughters and stuff like that. So I think I've already said that anyway. So we come to Paige, not Paige, sorry. We come to AJ. She comes out after WrestleMania. She basically still says, "I'm the champion still." And at this point, I'm a fan of AJ, but it's getting a little bit repetitive what she's doing. Like I kind of sometimes wish she had actually talented divas actually face her. So she comes out, Vicky basically comes out, I think does Vicky come out and congratulates her, I'm not really too sure. And basically, she basically says there's no one that can beat her, blah, blah, blah. And that's when Paige comes out. Fucking Paige. And my God, not only does she look fucking amazing, she's an amazing wrestler. Through the indie days, everyone's been wanting Paige to come up. And the Divas division has just got, well, by God, it's Paige. Like, I'm just going all JR there because I basically went all JR on the night, so Paige comes out, basically just congratulates AJ, really. AJ's obviously the typical cunt that she is, and go, "I don't believe you," slaps her, and turns into a match. We have basically a short-ish match, hits the Paige turn. Paige is obviously the new Divas champion. I was everywhere in there, my cheese was everywhere, I think my wife was thrown everywhere, and they where she landed on that night. I was ecstatic. I went a little bit too loud than I should have done, but yeah, I was so happy. I was happy that the fact she was even on Raw, realistically. It didn't even matter to me if she didn't even win the title or she won at Extreme Rules. I didn't give a fuck. But winning the title was better. Now AJ was set to lose anyway, so hopefully Paige will keep it. He had her first match on Raw, which obviously was a jobber match. But I'm hoping they will. So we've had 3 NXT people come up from Raw. One obviously debated. We've got Adam Rose and Bo Dallas still to come. But yeah, that was fucking amazing. So what about you? Did you go Paige? I Paige before this?
No, I had no idea. I think I've heard a mention on some of the forums or whatever, but I never, because like I said, I've only caught little bits and bobs of like NXT here and there and whatnot. But I was quite surprised to find out she was from Norwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm really hoping for is, because she's from Norwich, they'll end up having Alan Partridge as a manager, the whole angle like that. That would be amazing. But that's just me dreaming, of course. The match itself, it's okay. It's a bit of a squash match and whatnot. And then, but I must admit, though, I didn't like the finish of it. It was because she obviously botched it. That Page, took out the Page turner. It happens. I mean, but the result of it though, I'm quite surprised they actually, they would just give like a new NXT rookie just the title, just that, first run out, which was quite surprising. But that's a big, I was pleased with it, but I mean, the botched ending just can't. Yeah, so I mean,
obviously I thought Tamina was going to get the victory, to be honest, at WrestleMania. I'm glad she came back. I'm hoping WWE now will do a lot for her. Now she came in, won the title straight away. I do like AJ. I mean, they're both good wrestlers. I'm hoping this will obviously lead to a feud, because AJ is obviously set to do a rematch. So that might lead to Extreme Rules. I think everyone's been wanting an AJ versus Paige feud. I know I've been wanting one, so I'm hoping. She didn't get involved in Monday Night Just Gone, which again, I'm not going to say much about, but I was kind of hoping she would, so I don't know what WWE are going down this road for, but it might be alright, it might not be alright, so it's just, I don't know, it just depends really, doesn't it? I'm hoping they will make it into a feud, but it really does depend. So yeah, so we move on. Unless you want to say anything? Want to add anything more to that?
No, I'm good on that one, so cheers.
That's good. So we come out, Hogan's obviously been advertised tonight that he's going to come out and present Cesaro with the trophy. And I won't lie, the trophy was fucking massive. So Hogan comes out.
It also didn't make much sense either, because he's presenting Cesaro with the trophy, but Cesaro walked out on WrestleMania with the trophy. He carried it out with him, so it's like, okay.
So I think it was just that it was Hogan's idea and he wanted to presented with him. He had just a little, like, obviously segment, and which obviously leads to another segment in a minute. So Hogan comes out, obviously, people, he knows he botched, obviously, at WrestleMania, he did the Superdome or the Silver Dome, or one of those. He botched up, people were letting him know, he remembered what it was. So Cesaro comes out, with Zeb Colt, obviously. Zeb goes straight on the mic and basically goes, no. People who sneak across our borders, and does not want to take this, he does not want to take this trophy. Cesaro stops him, and Cesaro says, well, you know what, Zeb? I am not a Zeb Coulter guy. And he goes, what? He goes, I am a Paul Heyman guy. And then, fucking hell, out of the blue, Paul Heyman comes out of nowhere. So now, obviously, Paul Heyman is managing Cesaro. I mean, could that really get any better? A talented wrestler who's just won a big match is now being managed by Paul Heyman. I couldn't even find my penis that night. I'd been gone, I'd been ripped off. It'd probably been thrown out for the dogs. It was just like I feel like I needed a defibrillator on that Raw or something, because I just couldn't take how good Raw was being. I just couldn't take it. So obviously. Swagger comes out, jumps Cesaro, picks up the trophy, throws it at the ring. He doesn't even throw it that hard. He throws it down and it breaks into thousand little pieces. So
it must have obviously just been a prop, it's not a real trophy.
Probably just a shitty prop. He throws it down. I mean, watch it back. He doesn't throw it really hard. He just drops it out and it shatters completely. I was thinking, fucking hell. So we go into. So what? They go into Cesaro versus Swagger. It was a pretty good match, actually. They actually did really do work together other than being a team, so obviously this ends the Real Americans. A little bit of a disappointment, but I suppose, it had to end, earlier. But it was a pretty good match. Some good back and forth stuff. A lot of trying to get the patriarch in. He gets out of it. Cesaro comes back, obviously. He goes to hit the swing on him, the swish swing or the king of swing. But Swagger walks out. Says he doesn't want any of this and gets counted out.
That's a real shame as well.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And Seb was obviously still going frantic, like, oh my god, and all that other stuff. So, I mean, it was good to see. I don't know. I think having Paul Heyman back in Cesaro is amazing. I'm hoping it doesn't end anytime soon. I'm hoping it goes for 6 years. I know that sounds really fucking stupid, I know, but, I don't know whose idea it was to work with him, but I'm so glad that he's working with him. So, what about you? You think Paul Heyman back in Cesaro is a good thing?
Yeah, definitely for Cesaro, because assuming Brock Lesnar's probably buggered off now, so, Paul Heyman's got nothing to do, so, makes sense. Cesaro, I don't know, but, some speculation, what do you reckon? Do you think he's going to probably see a title shot sometime this year, maybe, or?
Cesaro or Lesnar?
Cesaro, obviously. Lesnar's. I think Lesnar might have buggered off. I don't know.
No, he was on Raw. I think supposedly he was meant to be facing Batista.
He was on that Raw. But, he's not been seen since. I don't want to go to it. That'll be the next podcast.
Obviously, he went on. I don't know. He might be done. Title shot for Cesaro, maybe it could possibly happen. Now he's got Paul Heyman back in him. I'm assuming he's just going to maybe crush people for a while, maybe, and hopefully he'll maybe get more forward after the whole Shield and whole Shield and Evolution thing come back. Might as well just say we can't talk about that yet, but after that's ended, so we move on to the main event of the night, which is D. Bryan versus Triple H, and there was only literally 10 minutes left of Raw, so I knew for a fact that this was not going to be a proper match. I knew for a fact it wasn't going to be a proper match. So Daniel Bryan comes out, obviously, Daniel Bryan, I think Batista and Orton come down as well. They obviously basically cripple him. They hit finishes on Daniel Bryan. Batista from RKO. Kane comes out next. He hits Daniel Bryan with a choke slam. And then, of course, Triple H comes out. So I'm thinking, okay, straight away, they're going to ring the bell, obviously, and Triple H is going to be champion. I thought, okay, this is a bit of a weird one. This is a very weird one.
And then, all of a sudden, fucking Shield.
All of a sudden, Shield. And all of a sudden, so before the Triple H comes out, tells the ref to ring the bell, before he can pick him up, we hear the Shield. And of course the Shield come into the rescue. The Shield get in the ring, Orton, Kane and Batista on the other side, face each other just like the Wyatts was. Triple H is going, no, there will be no bloodshed. He turns around, Roman Reigns breaks him in half with the fucking spear.
That was awesome to watch.
Awesome to watch. So it's obviously like the face-off. Just says no, turns around, takes the spear. All hell basically breaks loose. The Shield and everything, they're just attacking, doing moves. It ends then, obviously, with Triple H alone with the Shield in the ring. Triple H gets up slowly, realising what the fuck, turns around, boom, there's a funny knee hit from Daniel Bryan, and then basically the whole Raw in strong with Daniel Bryan and the Shield, just going, yes, and like, there's obviously just overcome like that thing, but that whole segment itself was fucking great. And there was a meme on Facebook when it says that, that moment when you fucking love wrestling, because of that moment. See, WWE can be good. All these people will say, no, it's the attitude. No, it's not. Maybe if you took the time to sit down, Smackdown isn't always going to make you go, oh my god, by god, and take your popcorn and, maybe launch your girlfriend out the window. It's not always going to do that, but, just like, maybe if you give it a chance, give it a chance. I wish people give it more a chance to just, it's either Stone Cold comes back or I don't give a shit anymore. Well, then, mate, you're missing out. You missed out on a good WrestleMania and a good Raw. Sorry, rant over now, but yeah. So it ended strong. The whole Raw was fucking amazing. It ended really strong. So, I mean, you think good ending? Good, strong ending?
Well, definitely. I mean, like I said, I would have liked to see a bit of a match, but then again, I realised that Daniel Bryan already wrestled 2 matches the previous night, so, I mean, obviously can't make him do another 30-minute fucking Raw match, so just...
But yeah, it's never going to be a proper match, was it?
Especially with the way we've ended with the Shield and whatnot, as we'll go on to the next time, it's setting something up really big. Something I didn't see coming myself.
Sets up. Fuck it. I mean, it sets up. It sets up really good. I think we're probably even going to get a match at Extreme Rules maybe between those 3 teams and stuff. So that's going to be good. So yeah. Unless you've got anything more to say, we're coming to the end of this podcast. We just reviewed 3 things, and overall, that was a really good week for WWE.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know, I was on edge. I was on edge, I lost my penis pretty much through Raw and WrestleMania.
Hang on. You were on edge.
Hang on, what?
You were on edge. I mean...
I was on edge, yeah.
Did he know about this? I mean, was he cool with it and shit?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we had those one nights...
fair enough.
It doesn't smell like chloroform, and we just fell for it. Hilarious. This is the comedian of it.
Yeah,
go over to his YouTube. Give him some love. Give Pete some love.
And of course, go to Raven and give him some love too, because I mean he's obviously the bigger expert here. I mean, me, I'm the colour commentator, as it were.
Oh, come on, man. We're both fans. You took a lead, but you're back in it, man. The idea is and I hope you've all enjoyed listening to me and this fucker talk about it, and feel free if you did enjoy it, want to see more, like the video. If you want to comment on anything we've said down below, fuck it, just say it. I mean, we're probably not going to, if we get we're probably not going to get a lot of comments anyway, but if we do, we'll probably try to read them all, and shit like that. But yeah, Jack has got another channel, which he does, Pete the Metalhead. Check that shit out as well. Now this is the hour we do the shameless plugging, but it has been a good week for WWE. And next time we'll get next one up where we'll talk about what happened on Raw and SmackDown and get the odd pay-per-view when it's in. We've got Extreme Rules coming up. That's obviously going to be a good pay-per-view. It normally is, considering it's a PG era pay-per-view. So yeah, I mean,
Extreme Rules in PG, yeah.
But no, I mean they've had a few good Extreme Rules pay-per-views actually, considering it's PG. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't know if.
And I'm not going to lie either. It's not called Extreme Rules. It's called Backlash. Why can't it still be called Backlash?
Yeah,
I liked Backlash.
Wasn't Backlash in January though? I'm sure it wasn't.
No. Royal Rumble's in January. No, Backlash was always the one after WrestleMania.
The one after WrestleMania, yeah, it was. And they went Judgment Day, and then King of the Ring, and then Fully Loaded, and then
King of the Ring.
I don't know why. They cut so many awesome pay-per-views. And then what they had the idea of, let's throw matches like Hell in a Cell and TLC into actual pay-per-views, because that's a good idea. Yeah, well done WWE. See, we love it.
Enough about our bits and stuff like old school era. Let's wrap this up and whatnot with. Well, yeah, I should say thank you for having me on and whatnot, and I'll never see you again. No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
this is my first podcast, and I'm glad you had me take part and whatnot, and I'm looking forward to doing more with you, and we shall carry on. So that's me, Peter Metalhead, aka Jack Donnelly, and of course Raven.
Me, Raven, as in L4DDarkVampRaven, my YouTube channel. Before we actually sign off, I do have a mate called John. He might be ventured in some of these podcasts a little bit later on, so you might be able to hear from all 3 of us. I hope we didn't bore you. I hope you enjoyed it. We will literally see you next time. And literally, follow the buzzers, believe in the Shield, and get a drink up to the fucking Ultimate Warrior if you haven't done one already. So, yeah. See you later.
What? 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 What?